Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Now, let's talk about some things. Last week, we were in the discussion of talking about getting grant funding, and we did a class on Saturday. So, of those of you that missed it, you missed a treat. We actually, it was Thursday evening and Saturday morning. So, if you want to be notified of the next one, or either making sure that you are a part of the all the good news and the great things. Let me check some real. Okay, let me make sure. All right, let's make sure. Okay, all right. Because last time, y'all know I didn't have a volume. So we're gonna start. This week is gonna be a good topic, a total different topic, and we're gonna get our money back, no matter money right, no matter what's going on in the world. We gotta get it together. So I'm sad. It's sad that the country is so divided and fighting and everything else carrying on. And I do appreciate. Hey, over here. Okay, I'm some. Yeah, y'all know I'm simulcasting. I'm doing more than one platform here. So if I'm speaking to somebody in another era, that is fine. And last time I had over here on TikTok, I had a good crowd. Hey y'all, hey everybody that coming in over here. So let's go ahead and get started. The topic of this morning is credit and money secrets. Now, in business, that's what we're speaking of. In business, you do know that one of the main important things is we having money for our businesses, we growing our businesses, and we are making, we making profits. So that's, and we're solving problems at the same time. So we're doing a lot of things all at once. Okay, that's what we're doing. So let's get right into some serious on a serious tip. Let's first of all, let's just talk about credit and money is going to go hand in hand here, and simply because I know that if you have access to more funding, which is for whatever reason in your business, whether it's you've been awarded a contract and you've decided to get, you need more help to help you fulfill this particular project you have, things like that. And if you are needing funding for growth, to just not even necessarily doing that, you know, you need growth. You outside of the grant funding. You waiting on grant funding, like we talked about in the grant course. You waiting on grant funding, but it's a little slow. So you want to make sure this all this stuff go together, people. It really do. It goes together. So that's what I want to talk to you about today on this podcast. So we're gonna break it all down and we're gonna talk a little bit more about it. Hey, how you doing over here? Y'all, and I'm looking at both screens, so I'm not ignoring you. So if you have any questions about credit and money secrets, let me know. But first of all, let's talk about what is credit, right? We're talking about your personal credit because it's going to help you establish your business credit. And we'll I go over some things with business credit too. We'll touch on them. And so all this week, we'll be talking about the credit and money secrets, right? And we'll be talking about different areas of them. So please, I'm doing well. How about you? I'm doing fine. Yeah. So, what is credit? Credit is the ability of a customer to obtain goods and services before payment, based on the trust that the payment will be made in the future. So, come along with that, you have terms and conditions, you have different interest rates, you have um your setup of your contracting, you have all of that that comes into play. And in business, in growing a business, in growing, period, really, this is going to be so vital to you getting things done, right? Outside of some people don't use credit. They don't have to use credit for their business, but it's going to help you grow faster and it'll help you grow at a pace that when you have established and got that business plan together, and then you see where there's ways that you can grow faster, or there are things that you're going to need, and you probably going to need some credit in order to get them. Well, you really want to be prepared. You definitely want to be prepared for it. So now there's a lot of other things that comes along with your credit, knowing knowing what's your score, knowing who holds your score, who determines your score. You and most of you know Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion are the ones that does that. And then we also get into the credit transformation, but we'll talk about that in another day. But I want to just talk to you now on the secrets of all of this stuff. Okay, the credit and the money secrets. And see, like I said, the credit is really the key to you getting what you need in business too. Okay, let me see something about what are they saying about credit stats or credit um credit status. Let's see. Let's get some updates on some things that like what is some of the stats on just having good credit. It it will definitely help you. Let's see here. While let me it is let me say 2024. Let's see what some of these credit stats are according to. Let's say we're gonna go to the we're gonna go with the big boys, the feds. We're okay. A total household credit. Oh no, no, delinquencies rose last year. This is first quarter of this year, 2024. Household debt and credit reporting, according to the Central of Microeconomic Data, and this is real time, real information stuff here. This is nothing. This is no fluke. This is somebody just coming up with numbers. No, this is not it. He says household debt rose by 184 billion to reach 17.69 trillion, and this is from the quarterly report of household in credit. Mortgage balances increased by 190 billion dollars, and so they're looking as credit card balances declined, and because the lower your credit is, the lower all of that changes too. So that as well, and there's consumer spending is a little, sometimes it gets a little up and down, and that determines on the market as well. So they're going to try to keep that balance. And consumer, everybody is basing on how they do business by consumer behavior. So in consumer behavior, for the most part, is consume it is contributed, and it's really determined by your debt, by the debt you have. So with credit being said, you want to make sure that you're in the best tip top shape for this to be able to happen. And then how are you going to establish your credit? You establishing your credit. You can establish your credit in many ways. We won't talk about that here. What I will give you one is, like, you can use, if you are renting, you still can establish your credit and show if you are paying on time. There are agencies and companies out there that you can, because they don't normally report, they report if you delinquent or something like that, but they don't normally report your monthly payments. And there's places, companies that I think you have to pay them a fee, but they can they can report that. You can have that reported on your credit report, but I think it'll be showing up as the agency's information, but it will reflect your renting. You just have to put in some information about it. So, and then too, a lot of the breaches and all that's out here that has happened lately, you really need to make sure that you are monitoring your credit as well. There are they may have companies that they deal with, and especially if you get a letter in the mail saying that your account. I think I got something from. No, I heard about AT&T. It was a news article saying that they were breached. So they were breached, and they want to make sure that they were notifying all of the people that had accounts with them. And it was someone else that was breached too, that sent out something. I saw the news article of the other day. I can't think. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to say it was Comcast or Xfinity. It was something else too that was going on that they was notifying all their customers and clients that they would. But it's so many companies that have been breached. So you definitely want to make sure that nothing is funny is going on with your credit. Definitely have to make sure of that. And I'm, work with a couple of my clients that they're getting things off of their credit report, and they're making sure that they are prepared. They're prepared for making sure that they got their business together, and as all of those other things too as well. Now, making sure that y'all, have you ever heard the debt to income ratio? Or the you don't want to have 30% of your credit card. For example, if you got $1,000 limit, you shouldn't carry no more than $300 as a balance. But if you have to do that, one of the key thing is you need to, number one, make sure that you know when it is reporting to the credit bureaus, and make sure that you pay it, like, I think at least a few days before it's due. And if you've charged over 30%, and that way when the credit cards company report to the credit bureau, they are reporting at the amount that is less. For instance, like, let's say for instance you got $1,000 credit line, and then you go over, but you want to stay under that 30 you want to stay under that 30% threshold. What you would do is, okay, I've used $500, but I want to stay under the threshold. So my payment might be 35 or $40. Well, it's with $1,000, it's probably a little bit more than that. I would say it's probably about $55 or $60. Let's say $60, but you want to stay up under the 30%, threshold. So what you would do is just go ahead, instead of paying your monthly amount, $60. I mean, $60. You would go ahead and pay the $200. That'll keep you under. Now remember, you don't use $500, but you want to stay up under the 30%. So what you can do is go ahead and just make sure that you pay the $200, so where you can stay at $300. That'll be under the 30%, and then don't use your card again until after. If you have to use it again, just don't use your card until after those days, the days that it report to the credit bureau. That is the key to helping you. That's the secret to helping you stay under the 30% too as well. So you just have to sit down, and you got to sit down and know what's going on with your finances every month. Just know what's going on, and just stay ahead of your credit card bills. If you got to have some credit cards, and you don't want to have too many of them anyway, but if you need them, I would advise you. We're talking about entrepreneurs now. I would advise you to have business credit and not, use your personal credit for your business. And so that's good ways to help you out with that. And then that will help you with your cash flow. And then you come up with your plan and come up with your, if you have a sales goal or whatever the case may be, you would do all of that too as well. Why? Okay. And then also, if you are having some credit issues, we'll talk about that too a little bit here today. And also, if you want I have I explain this in detail. I got about, let me see, probably two. I have about 10 videos. So if you want to DM me the word or comment the word secrets, comment the word secret. You can just say secret, and I will give you a copy of it. No, don't do that. Text push the dream to 833-247-6465. Text push the dream to 833-247-6465, and I'll give you that information. That's what I need you to do. Yeah, that we'll get it that way. So we'll make sure that we get that to you. And just like I said, it'll explain to you in depth a little bit more about some of the things to helping you transforming your credit if you have some issues on your credit. And it's you just follow the guidelines and what it says, and you'll be good to go with that. And so anyway, like I said, in order to be able to get yourself in a position to help you grow a business, fund it, if you don't have the funds, making sure that you got your credit stuff together. That's all to it. And then let me talk to you a little bit about business credit, and then we'll get out of here. Business credit, helping you establish that too as well. That's a part of all. That's going to help. This is going to be a part of your journey here. You can't overlook that. And then once you have all of this together, then you'll be fine. But we'll definitely be talking about it more this week. So if you have any questions, make sure you come live. Make sure you come live and ask me some questions, and I will be so glad to answer them. I surely will. Yeah, so the next thing I want to talk to you about the business credit. Now, with your business credit, you need to make sure that you have some things in place and in order to be able to be prepared for. And that is your EIN number, that is your tax ID number, and it's also your DUNS number is also kind of like your social security number, and that's going to be very important for you. And you need to separate your personal when you're establishing business credit. You need to separate your personal from your business. And then also, you don't need to be using yours. You use your business credit. You don't need to be using your personal social, even your personal social security number, unless they're asking that on as a guarantor on a credit application. That's the only time you know you have to do that legally. You have to do that. So you want to make sure that you stay in compliance and do it, do that right. So don't stop listening to these people out here saying you ain't got to use your personal credit, business, um, use your tax ID number. You don't have to use your personal. If they ask you for your personal, that's what they mean. They want your personal social security number, not your DUNS number, not your EIN number. Follow the guidelines. And if you're not sure, call the company and find out what they need from you. So that's what you have to do with that. Now, and then also some of the benefits of having business credit is going to be you're going to grow faster. You're going to grow your business faster with your business credit because they are going to look. And I know things are tightening up now on that level, but you still have a lot of companies out there that they'll even fund you because of the transactions on your if you got PayPal or Stripe. I recommend you in your business. I recommend you having that as a payment processor system. I have a toolkit video that I've always created. It's free to you, and it gives you more information about what you need to do in that aspect. And also, you will like I said, you will receive funds faster, and your business has a bigger borrowing window as well. So that is the benefit too of having business credit. Now, you want to make sure that you have all of this information before you even try to apply for business credit, because you definitely want to make sure that you are ready to seize the opportunity. You want to make sure that you got the name of your business address, choosing a business entity, your federal tax ID number, your phone number, and I explain that. We'll talk about that later on with just some things that you want to make sure how you get your service number and things like that. Then you have your business license for your business, and then you got to definitely be, if you have any more other you know any other business compliance paperwork, you need that too as well. So like if you need additional licensings and you need to be certified and all this good stuff, whatever business you have, because certain businesses require different things and that kind of thing too. Now, having vendors as a part of your credit portfolio, your business credit portfolio, will be good. Having revolving accounts and then having a bank loan, that's going to give you a strong base in your business, but you have to grow over time. Yes, but it won't take you. It's not hard to do, and it won't take you long if you go ahead and just come up with a game plan to do it. And then you have three credit bureaus for as the business credit is concerned. There's the Duns and Bradstreet, and there's the name, and there's the Experian business, and then there's the Equifax business, and all of those keep your credit score, and all of those give you a Paydex. You heard people say Paydex too is another one. It's a part of that too as well, and they keep your score, and your score can go from you know, it can go from 100 to down to 20 or those low numbers, and they score you differently than your personal credit is being scored. So you have to know about that. Okay. So now, when you are applying for a DUNS number, make sure that you have your EIN number, your bank account information, and your articles of incorporation. That will speed up the process for you. It'll make it a little bit more smoother, and it, you know, you'll you'll be more you'll look more professional. You will be more professional. So if you got all of that done now, and what Paydex score is used by Duns and Bradstreet, and it determines your credit worthiness. Like I said, so Paydex is very important for you to have in your business too as well. So, well, that's all I'm going to give you this morning in credit and money secrets. But these things, if you have these lined up, have them in place and have them lined up, you will you'll see the results of your efforts. So anyway, thank you so much, and I will talk to you guys in another live stream. So I hope y'all have a beautiful morning. All righty, let me get some work done here. Bye bye.